is good morning 11th form. Today we are doing the classification of elements. So basically in my previous video I have told the classification that elements are classified into S block elements, then P block element, D and F block elements. Now today we will study the properties of these elements. So firstly, this is noble gases. So under noble gases, group 8 elements come, that is 0 group, that is at the end of the periodic table. These are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Now, noble gases are chemically stable, means these are non-reactive due to stable configuration, because their duplet or octet is incomplete. That's why they do not lose or gain electrons. They have no tendency to gain or lose the electron. So they are chemically inert. Then second type of elements are normal representative elements. Under these elements come S and P block elements. 1A alkali metals and 2A alkaline earth metals comes under S block elements, and the general configuration is Ns122. In alkali metal, S orbital has outermost S orbital has 1 electron, and in 2A outermost S orbital has 2 electrons. Now we will study the properties of S block elements. S block elements are generally greyish white or white in color. They are typical metals, that they are malleable, ductile, good conductor of electricity. Then they have only one type of valency, like 1A has +1 valency and 2A has +2 valency. And now come to transition elements. Come to P block elements. Now in P block element comes 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 groups, and P block elements, configuration of P block element is Ns2 Np126, means P orbital has 126 electrons. You all know 3A is the boron family, then 4A carbon family, then nitrogen family, then oxygen family, and then these are halogens. Now these are mainly non-metals, but some are metals also, but majority of the elements are metalloids or non-metals. They are just the opposite of these. They are typical non-metals. So they are mostly bad conductor of electricity, and they have variable valency. Then come to transition elements. In transition elements, these comes, means the middle of the periodic table is the transition elements. That is third group, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Up till 3 to 12 comes under transition element. Transition element are also known as D block elements, and this is the general configuration of D block element. Means D orbital, which is the innermost, D orbital is incompletely filled. This is the characteristic of transition element also. Transition elements are typical metals, and they are usually paramagnetic and colored. Like for example, I can tell you the copper salt, which is blue in color, or nickel salt, which is also bluish green in color. So they are, most of the transition elements are colored and paramagnetic. That means presence of unpaired electron. They easily form complex compounds, and they form alloys also. These are some of the properties of, and they act as a very good catalyst. For example, you have heard the Haber's process. In Haber's process, the catalyst used is iron and molybdenum. Both are transition elements. In contact process, vanadium pentoxide. Vanadium is transition element. And in hydrogenation of vegetable oil, nickel is used, which is also a transition element. Then come to inner transition element. In inner transition elements come lanthanides and actinides, which are kept outside the periodic table, and these are F block elements. These are also, the configuration is this. So you have to learn the configuration. Now lanthanides and actinide, their ions are usually colored and paramagnetic, and these are also metals, and they easily form complexes also, complex compounds. If we talk about complex compounds, then in 12th form you will study the full one chapter of complex compounds only. Alright, then come to lanthanides are not radioactive except one of the lanthanide, that is promethium, which is radioactive, rest are non-radioactive, but all actinides are radioactive. So these are all the characteristics of the elements. That's all, children.